Hey guys, I was feeling a little bored, so I decided to film this video, which I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is to recreate Beabadoobee's makeup. Beabadoobee, this girl. So one day I was scrolling through her Instagram and I thought it would be genius of me to recreate a makeup for a YouTube video. But then I went on YouTube and realized that there were already like 10 other videos. And it was apparently a trend on TikTok last year, which I didn't even know. So I've watched all the videos and some of them are really good. She has never really said herself like what are some of the products that she uses. But she did say in one video that she sleeps with her makeup on so that they smudge.
This is my secret that I let my makeup marinate, so I don't take off my makeup. I don't take off my eye makeup, which makes it much more smudgier. I just add black line. It's really not that interesting.
I'm not sure if that's advisable, but I guess the key from that is that you really need to smudge everything out. So yeah, let's get started. I think I'm gonna look like a total clown. Okay, first off, I'll start off with this Glossier skin tint because Miss Beabadoobee has no acne, even though she sleeps with her makeup on. Whereas I have a dedicated skincare routine and I'm getting hormonal acne. I don't have foundation, so I'm just gonna try to like cover the scars as best as I can. Just use my fingers. This doesn't really have much coverage, but I mean it's better than not having anything, you know. Skin has been so bad because I've been like so stressed about job and grad school applications. But thankfully that's all settled. Okay, next I'm going in with my concealer. It's from the Sim. It's a really good spot concealer. I'm gonna try to cover up like the main spots. And I find the best way to blend out concealer is actually to use your fingers again. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Kind of scared of embarrassing myself, but honestly, it's all in good fun. Because some parts are not really blended well. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay setting spray. I'm gonna spray on my beauty blender. Blend out slightly. Alright, they still acne, but you know what? I'm moving on. Okay, now I'm gonna set everything with powder. This is what I'll be using. I usually conceal my other eyes, but I didn't today because there are freckles involved. Yeah, there's not going to be a point in concealing them. There'll be some blush involved, and I don't want everything to move. After powder, using this to contour my nose. This brush is from Etude House. Bea's nose is really small. And I'm also going to go in with this eyebrow pencil to draw a line here. Hang on, let me do this properly. And I'm going to blend it downwards. She has like an arch on her nose. Dude, it just looks like I have a line on my nose. What the hell? I'll come back to this. In the meantime, I'll contour the rest of my face. I think she goes quite ham on her contour, but she probably uses like a real bronzer instead of a Korean shading palette. Did anything even happen? Now I'll move on to my brows. So she has a lot of brow hair, but it's not exactly like thick. So I'm gonna be really careful. Her brows are also a lot less straight than mine. Hers are a bit more like rounded like this. And her brows are pretty close together. There are a lot of sparse hairs in front, so I'm trying to draw those. I guess we'll work with this. Her brows are really feathery, but I ran out of brow gel. So I'm gonna use mascara instead. Ooh, can you see the difference? This is so much more feathered than this side. Looks a lot more natural actually. I tried to brush them a little bit more messily so that they are more feathered. Now it's time for the eyes. I think she puts eyeshadow on, but I'm just gonna use this from Etude House in the shade BR407. Hey Son Coconut. I'm hesitating to guess it means beachside coconut. I'm just gonna put this over my eyes because it's just like a brown shade. And I will put some on my lower eyelid as well. Why not? And now we will start doing the eyeliner. I think she uses like a kohl pencil liner, but I don't have that. I will be using this gel liner from Can Make. Yeah, I use this all the time, but I use brown. So this is perfect because it's black, it's pitch black. I'm actually really nervous. I'm gonna line my waterline first. So eyeliner is slightly winged. Oh, it's really hard to wing this. Oh no, my eyelash dropped off. F. I'm using this Etude House shade in BR402 Tape Mocha. I'm gonna use it to smudge it out with an angled brush. This is from Taobao. Ah! It's so hard to draw this wing. What the fuck? Let me do the lower eyeliner as well. Don't mind me, I'm just literally like looking at photos as reference. I'm not looking like shit. I literally look like, I don't know, I'm cosplaying Avril Lavigne instead of Beat. Maybe if I add like eyelashes, it'll look better. She uses falsies, but I don't have falsies, so I'm gonna use Realsies, okay? To help facilitate that, I'm gonna be using my straightener to heat up my eyelash color so that they'll stay. Yo, what the heck? It stays. I typically use this Clarins mascara. Just a clear gel. Now I'm going to use in with Glossier Lash Lick. I'm running out, so I think I need a second layer of another mascara. I still look nothing like her though. Okay, I see that she really powers on her mascara. Right. Anyway, I'll attempt this eye. Okay, I'll learn my lesson. Tightline first, and then eyeshadow to create a wing. This is a pretty nice wing actually. Okay, but her wing needs to be thick, so here we go. I'm going down to my under eye. This time instead of going with the pencil liner, I'm going to use eyeshadow first. Hopefully not as messy. So I sped up this part because I literally took like 10 minutes just being a clown, and then I had to like wipe off some stuff, redraw again. Yeah. Oh my god! Okay, I think that's done. This is the second mascara coat for my right eye, and this is really very thick. Okay, moving back to my left eye. Yeah. This again. I'm gonna wait for a while until I can put this on. The next part of the look is freckles, but I think blush is a big part first, so I'm just gonna do blush first. For that, I'm just gonna use a lipstick. This is from NARS, it's in the shade Jane. And she also smudges out her lips a lot. If you have a lip liner, that's better, but I don't. I'm gonna use the same shade for... Oh shit, I put too much. But anyway, yes, blush is the same shade. I think her blush is usually here. Surprisingly, I feel like I nailed the blush shade. Like, I think this is quite close to what she uses in her photos. Okay, now I'm moving on to the freckles. I also watch a lot of videos on fake freckles. She probably hennas her freckles on. Please ignore how dirty this is, but I'm gonna be using this shade, and I'm just using like any sort of concealer brush and dipping it. I hope this works. The freckles are like here, so let us try. Oh my god, I think it works pretty well. Oh my god, I'm honestly impressed. My makeup doesn't look too bad at this point. It's good to like rotate your brush. Kind of creates different shapes of freckles. I actually think it's okay. Oh, I forgot this second layer of mascara. I think the last step is highlights. I'm using Flexitarian. I stole this from my mom's bathroom. I actually bought this for her birthday because she requested for it. She has barely used it. I typically use Lunch Bunny, but this is slightly more shiny, which I think is what she's going for. Wow! I should really use this more often. It's so nice and shiny. Setting spray. Even though I'm literally not going anywhere with this makeup, but we're done! Oh my god! And it doesn't look half bad. I'm so impressed with myself. I unfortunately do not have bangs, but I guess I'll try to recreate this photo. tutorial. I had a lot of fun filming it. I don't even think anyone will watch this video because like this trend was so 2020. I think I did a pretty good job. Bye!
She said I'm no fun.